Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about the Ford Maverick. Very popular truck. A lot of people seem to enjoy it. But a lot of people, like myself, want to get the thing a little higher off the ground. That's a very common thing. And I can't find a lot of videos online, really, that are doing what I'm wanting to do. So, I didn't want to put a 2-inch lift, or an inch and a half for that matter, on this truck, on the front at least, because I've heard nothing but horror stories about the fragile CV axle, and they keep blowing them up. So, here's a rundown of what I did to this. I bought a rough country 2-inch puck lift, and what I did was put the full 2 inches in the back, and then on the front, I just installed the preload just right here. I didn't put the puck up top. Left that puck out and just use this one here. So it gives a little bit of a lift in the front to accommodate these 30-inch tires, which are a 235/70/17 Firestone Destination AT2. Fantastic tire. Fantastic. They ride good. The truck rides a lot better now. I'll tell you that right off the bat. Takes the bumps a lot better. The road noise is very, very minimal from the Pirelli Scorpions that were on here, which you guys all know too much about, especially on an FX4 package. This is an EcoBoost truck. So what I did, I put the puck in the front, full 2 inches in the back with the tires combined. I mean, we're talking, you know, 1.5 inch, 2-inch lip total, I would say. Ground clearance is much better. That's one thing that nobody ever talks about, and it works fantastic. It aligned out great. I tow a travel trailer, and I've seen videos of people towing travel trailers, but I haven't seen one that wanted to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep a rake. As you can see, it's got a rake on it. So I did this for one of two reasons. I wanted to save the CV axles. I didn't want to go too high in the front, but I also wanted a rake. So I'm going to demonstrate what happens, and this is not the right hitch. I know that. The right hitch is sitting over there. It's like 70 pounds, and I'm lazy. I didn't want to put it on the truck for this because I'm just going to be sitting this on the ball. So I'm going to do that real quick. All right, all of the weight is on the truck right now, and look what it does with no bars on it now. No bars, just the weight. If you look at it now, we are sitting pretty even. Sitting pretty even without the equalizing bars. I know a lot of people like to do leveling kits on these, and I agree. I like the way it makes the truck look. But the problem is when you do that, when you go throwing some weight like this, or even this trailer over here, your front end's sticking up in the air, which you ask anybody who tows, you don't want that at all. That's not good. So this combination here, I believe, I have 15,000 miles on this setup, no CV axles problems whatsoever. I think it's the best of both worlds. Getting the truck looking more like a truck. And mileage, I ain't gonna lie, I lost about a couple miles to the gallon, which, you know, I was getting like 27, 28 with it anyway, so it's not really that big of a hit. And about the only negative of putting this size of tire on here, which is a 30, that it's bigger than the trimmer. It's bigger than the trimmer tire, so you can't fully calibrate the speedometer to be 100% exact. So if I'm wanting to drive 75 miles an hour down the road, I got to be driving somewhere around 73 on the speedometer because the computer won't let you calibrate up to that size of tire. I've tried it. It just doesn't work, so I just have to live with that. But for reference, this trailer unloaded is about 3,040 pounds unloaded, which, like right now, it is unloaded. So obviously, when we start putting our gear in here, it's going to load it up some more, and that's when the bars come into place to keep it nice and level. But even with the dry weight like that, just sitting, even with the lift on it, it levels it out pretty good. So, and like I said before, this is the EcoBoost model, which I had that in mind when I bought this. If I didn't have this travel trailer, I would have got a hybrid, 100%. But I think the added horsepower, you know, that's what's going to matter when you're doing something like this. You're going to, you know, the hybrid, I've seen people pull with it. It's just screaming its guts out, and it's not a very pleasant, sound. And I guarantee it doesn't feel very good behind the wheel. So, and another benefit of the EcoBoost all-wheel drive is that if you do run into issues with the CV axles, the trimmer axles will fit in this. It will not fit in the hybrid unless they change something in year model 26. I don't know. But this is a 2025. And this does have the 4K tow package on it, which would be needed for something like this. And anybody out there that's wondering, can you tow this with that and be confident? 100% you can tow this. I mean, I wouldn't get anything any heavier than this. I mean, we want to stay within that 4,000 pounds of towing, obviously. But with the way that this is set up and the trailer set up with the distribution, and you get everything nice and level and get your trailer brakes dialed in, I mean, it's perfect. You don't need a big truck. If you're wanting to stick with something like this, you don't need a big truck. You don't even need a Ranger. This here does it just fine, just perfect. As long as we can keep the CV axles from blowing up, which is exactly what I'm trying to do. So as long as you can keep those under control, this is a perfect setup. Gets excellent mileage empty. Now towing, when you're towing this, you're not getting good mileage in anything. Even though this has a 2-liter 4-cylinder in it, the mileage is terrible when you're towing something like this. There's no way of getting around that at all. So if you want to tow something bigger, definitely get a Ranger, get an F-150. But for something like this, just a single axle, 3,000 pound travel trailer, that's all you need. That's all you need. So that about concludes it. I just wanted to make a quick video showing you my setup. I think the truck looks a lot better than it does stock. I'm a big fan of white wall tires. These Firestones are great. The preload in the front, full 2-inch in the back, so it gives it a rake when it's unloaded. I got it unloaded again right now. Got it disconnected. So that way, when you do put a load on it, with any trailer, it doesn't raise the front end up in the air and look weird. So not a lot of people have that set up. Most people just level them out. And I do like the looks. If I wasn't towing anything, I would have it leveled out, more than likely, and not have a rake on it at all. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you found this useful, please like and comment or ask any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. If you have a Maverick or you're thinking about doing something like this, the tires fit great. They're 30 inches. They get really close at full lock. They never hit, though. They never hit this inner fender. That about does it. If you have any questions, please comment in the chat. Appreciate you watching. Thank you.